grazing in the grass.
Boardwalk has quite a few of these markers to let you know what some of the wildlife or birds are around that you can see.
Billy Frank Jr.? Who's that?
Well, I'll tell you. Billy Frank Jr. was a leading figure in AIM, or the American Indian Movement. This was going on during the Civil Rights Movement, and the fight kind of AIM had was for indigenous rights and to guarantee tribal sovereignty. So Billy Frank Jr. Led the fight for salmon fishing rights in a treaty that was signed with the tribes of the Puget Sound area and the United States government. It guaranteed that the Native Americans in this area would be able to hunt and fish in the way that they always had, what they were accustomed to. And as time went on, as canneries grew, more and more salmon were being hunted and fished by Washington State. So over time, it started to take away from Native Americans access to salmon, their traditional food. Billy Frank Jr. and many other Nisqually Native Americans were fighting and breaking the law at the time in order to acquire salmon, which they needed to live. So eventually, the Nisqually and other indigenous tribes in this area sued the state of Washington to claiming that they were violating those treaty rights. In 1974, I believe, the decision was made. It's known as the Bolt decision, and this guaranteed that Native American tribes would have access to 50% of the salmon in the area. It upheld the treaty that was signed between the Native Americans of this area and the United States government, and it was a really significant decision that helped to guarantee tribal sovereignty. Like the tide's coming in, and depending on when you come, where the tide's at, the experience here changes. So if you come at low tide, you're seeing totally different kind of critters playing in the sand, trying to get under and get some clams, get some mussels. So each time you come back, totally different experience.
Excuse?
Found it interesting how many herons we were seeing, because we usually don't see as many of them that we're seeing today here, but here's why. So apparently in August and July, they leave the nest and stay kind of close by to the nest as they're growing. So probably what we're seeing is a lot of parents and juvenile herons in the area as they're starting to mature and gain independence.
Eagle on top of that tree.
freshwater meets saltwater. As the Nisqually River empties out into the Puget Sound, it makes this kind of environment. On a really clear day out this way, you can actually see Mount Rainier, but it's Washington, it's cloudy, so unable to see it today. However, this direction, you can see a little bit, that is the Narrows Bridge. It connects Tacoma to Gig Harbor. Very famously, there was a bridge that was constructed there that was known as Galloping Gertie. When it was constructed, they didn't take into account the strong headwinds, and the bridge would shake and it would kind of just wave with the wind. You can find some really cool videos of it online.
Eagle on top of that.
We're in the Norm Dix Visitor Center, and you can see a map of the area. This is where we are, the Wildlife Refuge, and the river we saw, if you follow it along, actually has its origin up in Mount Rainier. So as the glaciers melt, water runs down the Nisqually River all the way to where we are. Good morning.
Feel free to touch.
Any special announcements, Carol? Anything special?
Isn't it? I like the underneath better than the top, so I did it different this morning. And pick up the red-tailed hawk. It is so good.
Wow.
There's one.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the most common comment. Feel free to touch and pick up.
Well, it's the same eggs. You don't need to put out both.
Yeah, we can probably just.
All right. We hope you enjoyed this video. We're gonna go and try to identify all the different species we saw in our trip. I don't think we'll have good luck with that, but we'll try.
There are many.
I'll also try to find a link to National Wildlife Refuges across the US. They're really neat. Not all are built up as well as this is for people, but definitely try to check them out, do some research on wildlife refuges in your area, and head out to one. All right, we'll see you next time.